Hello, Scholar. As you arrive at the end of Lesson 3, you are also getting ready to submit your first project of the semester, Truman's Invention Press Kit. This project is a fun one that challenges you to use your creativity to solve a pollution-related problem. This template has 5 main parts. The first part, as you already know, is our heading. Now, this may seem like the most boring part of the project, but it is very important. Please be sure that you provide the name that we have for you in Canvas to help us avoid confusion between students. Next, provide your school email address, the full name of the school you attend, and your teacher's name. Did you know that many students will miss points on the header when they forget to follow capitalization rules for proper nouns? Be sure to capitalize the first letter of each part of your name as well as your teacher's name. Do the same for the name of the school. The second part of the template is where you begin to show your creativity as you reveal the title of your invention. You'll want to think of a title that represents what your machine does or looks like while capturing the attention of your audience. You'll also need to explain why you chose the title that you did. In a complete sentence that starts with a capital letter and ends with punctuation, tell us why you selected your title. The third part of the template is where you will write about your invention. You will want to include lots of great supporting details so that your ideas come to life in the mind of your reader. In part 1 of your mission statement, you will need to answer 2 different questions. What does your contraption do? And how does it work? Sometimes scholars get so excited about writing their response to the first question that they forget to answer the second question. Be sure to answer both. In part 2, you will write about why your invention is important in the effort to change the world. Also, since you are writing in complete sentences, you will need to follow capitalization and in-sentence punctuation rules. In the next part of the template, you will have a choice in how you want to visually communicate your idea. You can make a logo for your invention, create a design, or even make a 3D model of your idea. Regardless of which option you choose, you will also write a single sentence explaining your original image and telling us how you created it. It is important to remember that if you use a digital tool in the creation of your image, you need to tell us which tool you used. Once again, please start your sentence with a capital letter and end with correct punctuation. In the final portion of the template, you will demonstrate the difference between closed and open-ended questions. As scholars, you are used to answering questions. This time, it's your turn to ask them. First, you will write 3 closed-ended questions that focus on your invention. Remember, a closed-ended question can be answered with a single word, like yes, no, or a number. Next, you will write 3 open-ended questions. These questions need more response than a single word. So, here's a pro tip. If you can answer any of this second set of questions with a single word or number, you haven't written an open-ended question. Before you finish your questions, go back and double-check that you started each with a capital letter and ended with a question mark. I want you to earn top points on this first template so that you start the semester strong. I'm going to give you some behind-the-scenes tips on what to watch out for. Did you notice in this video how many times I mentioned capitalization and end-sentence punctuation? There is a reason. Both are extremely important in communicating your thoughts effectively in writing. It can be easy to forget both when you're using a keyboard, but the good news is that it is very easy to fix them. Next, we want good details that help bring to life your creative invention idea. You don't have to write a lot to include the right details to help create an image in our minds of what your invention will do and how it works. Lastly, the most common area where scholars may miss rubric points for this project is by writing too many closed-ended questions. In other words, they mistakenly include closed-ended questions in the section for open-ended questions. So remember, if the reader can answer your question with a single word or number, it is closed-ended. Okay, I know that is a lot of information. Remember that your classroom teachers and coordinators and your teachers at Mizzou are here to help. We are really looking forward to seeing what creative invention ideas you'll come up with to help the world solve pollution.